Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on IG, the best place to join us is on the WhatsApp channel. So I'll be able to send you the link to join the class. If you send me a DM on IG, then I'm going to send you the link to join the class. I think there's a lot of problem with the audio. Alright, so let's just jump straight into the class. There's a lot of problem on the audio here and there, but I'm just plunging into the class now so we can save time. Good afternoon everyone, my name is John and we're about to start our class. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Alright, so today we'll be talking about the business of photography and we're jumping straight into how to monetize your photography business and also how to make a lot of money this year. 2025 is coming to an end and 2026 is just right around the corner, and there's no perfect time than this for us to be able to discuss this very important topic, which is monetization and bringing your business to light. So without further ado, I launch into the class so we can just talk a little bit about the nitty-gritty of photography and how you can make money. Making money is important, and we're going to dive into that right now. Okay, so why am I the one taking you this class? Why do I feel that I'm qualified to talk to people about the business of photography? Like everyone right now on this call, probably trying to move their business from a particular amount of money to a particular amount of money. I can tell you for a fact that I also have moved my business relatively from a particular section to another. And one of the reasons I started photography in 2014/2013, and on that same year I only shot 2 weddings. I shot 2 weddings that year, and ever since I have been gradually building my business portfolio. But within that 2014 till today, I have shot over 300 weddings. And a lot has happened this year, because this year alone I have shot over 161 shots. So 161 sessions that include pre-weddings, civil weddings and weddings. 161. So what was the difference between me shooting 2 weddings and now shooting over 161 sessions? It is in the secret, maybe not a secret, that I will be sharing with you guys today. Is in what I'll be sharing with you guys today. So the first thing I want you guys to know is, when it comes to bookings and building your personal business, one thing everyone should make sure they are very good with is what is called personal branding and positioning. So as a photographer and a creative in this age and time, it is important and highly imperative that you position yourself strategically and positively for business. I know a lot of us right now, we're just racking our heads and be like, well, I've heard this before, but now let me play it to you in a way you will understand. When it comes to personal branding, you you are the first person people in your industry or people around you want to buy, not what you're selling. What they want to buy is you. Once they can trust you to do your job, they can trust you with their money. Are we together? Yes. I know everybody's muted. So now, understanding personal branding is when people see you, how do they perceive you? Number one, why your identity influences your price power. Part of the things we'll be discussing today, and why you must see yourself as a business owner and not just a photographer. Understanding the difference between an expensive photographer and a trusted photographer. Now, right in this call right now, I believe a lot of us, we know some photographers that you know in your mind, or a creative that you know in your mind you're better than. You have probably better equipment than them, you have better lighting setup than them. When you shoot, you know that your pictures are better than their pictures. But the difference now is they get bookings every now and then, but you don't get bookings every now and then. Are we together? Yes. So you don't get bookings every now and then, but they get bookings every now and then. Now, question would be, what is the difference between you and this particular photographer? The difference is in how they show up and how they present themselves to the market. How you present yourself to the market is how the market will perceive you. Needless to say, people say, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's a very old adage, because at our age and this our time, people judge the book by its cover. If it is your responsibility to put the book forward the best way possible. So if you understand that there are some photographers out there that you are better than, that you are way better than, the quality of your job is better than the quality of their job, their production capacity is better than your production capacity is better than their production capacity, but however they are getting 2 weddings, 3 weddings in one weekend, that means there's something you are doing wrongly and there's something you are doing rightly. Number 2, a lot of us know photographers that have 5 weddings in one weekend. A lot of us know photographers that every weekend they are busy. Weekdays they are busy, weekends they are busy. And all of us also know photographers that they potentially, or they refuse jobs. They'll just tell you, I'm overbooked for this weekend, I cannot work for you. All of us know somebody like that, and that's the truth. Now, why are some people rejecting jobs because they are overbooked, and some people are not getting booked at all? Nobody's even coming to your DM to make inquiries. Nobody's booking you. Nobody is sending you DM. But you're putting your work out there. You're trying to promote your business. But there are some people, easily they reject job every now and then. Just say, no, I'm too busy for this weekend, I can't book anything. Some people are even booking 3 weddings in one weekend and passing it around to other creatives. Now, once you understand what I'm about to teach you today, it has the potential of moving your business from one stage to the other, and you will also become a client magnet. So now, part of the first set of things I will love every creative right now on this call to do. Every creative right on this call, the first thing or the first set of things I wish you all should first do is get your branding right. A lot of us don't even have a website. We don't have a website, but to build a website at this stage and time is one of the most critical and the easiest thing to do. Now, the question would be, why is website so important? Why is everyone mentioning that you should build a website, you should have a website? Now, it is important because when it comes to social media, all of us have probably a huge following, or some reasonable amount of following on Instagram, Twitter, X, or TikTok. However, building a website is important because it is one of the ways you put your best foot forward. Having a website easily tell your client that you're taking your brand seriously. A lot of times, people don't even need to book you through your website. Only thing they need from you is just to show that you take your business seriously. Everybody can have a social media account. If you wake up today and you go on IG and you click on sign up, you can sign up on a social media account today, right now. Some people even have multiple accounts on social media. But website is important because nobody without a passionate and unique idea for their business, or that is passionate about his business, will wake up one day and build a website, because building it takes a lot of intentionality. This is one of the ways you put your best foot forward. Be very, very intentional about your business, and one of the ways to be intentional is build yourself a website. Are we together? If you're together, let me see you thumbs up, or you put a comment in the comment section, because I can't hear you guys, but I want to be sure everyone is with me. Thank you. I see that big one. Kayode O, Olamide Galaxy, I see you. So website is important, not necessarily because you want people to go to the website and book you from there, though that is another segment of this class that we're going to be talking about. But it is more important because it helps you, it differentiates you from other people. It differentiates you from other creatives. Some other creatives, only thing they have is just their Instagram. Only thing they have is just their Twitter. Only thing they have is just their TikTok. But what can be the merging factor with this social media account is a functioning website. And to build a website at this age and time is really, really simple. It's not hard by any means, metrics and measure. Only thing you need to do is go to wix.com, go to Squarespace, even Pixelset has a website designer in it. And Pixelset, I use Pixelset myself, and it's very easy for you to do. You don't even need to pay anything to Pixelset, but your extension will still be something pixelset.com. However, if you can buy a domain, and domains are painfully cheap. If you're in Nigeria, you can buy domain on, I think, Google Host. I think they've changed to Go54 now. If you buy a .com.ng or .org.ng domain, you potentially be paying 5,000 naira per year. 5,000 naira per year, and you host your website on there. You get the domain, you host your website on there, and you connect it to your Pixelset, and off you go. Through that Pixelset, you'll be able to build yourself a portfolio. You'll be able to build yourself a website. You'll be able to build yourself a funnel. That funnel will be where people will book you from, where people will make inquiry from, where you send out emails, where you do a lot of other things. So build yourself a website. It is not just important for this business. Sometimes just the way people perceive you is as important as what you do. If people perceive you right, they're going to give you the right amount of money. If people perceive you right, they're going to give you the right amount of money. If people perceive you right, they're going to give you the right amount of money. Next thing I want you to do is get a business card. Now, business card is one of the oldest way of doing business. I have a business card, probably 100 pack of it. I've never finished using it. 100, but I have it because it's not just talking to how serious I take my business. It's talking to how serious I take myself. Though you don't necessarily need it every time, but once you need it and you are able to mix it out, you have scored yourself a unique point when it comes to personal branding. So for instance, when you go for meetings and you go for networking events, you go for corporate events, you are even at a wedding, but you have a business card. Easily you can reach out your business card, give it to somebody, and with that business card, they can easily identify you, book you, and do so many other businesses with you. But a lot of times you might not necessarily need this business card, but when you have it at hand, it gives you some level of gravitas. It gives you some level of confidence that you are a serious business owner. People say business card is out of fashion. I agree with them, but the reality remains that look at every serious business owner in the world. Every serious business owner in the world, they always have a business card. One of the ways you know is important is when you go to banks, you still see the bank manager have a business card. Why? Because it gives information, it passes information. A lot of people will forget your name, but because they have a paper with them, well-designed paper with them, they can easily pass that along. And as a creative, a lot of us know how to use Canva. There are thousands and thousands of templates on Canva. Canva can easily even help you print your business card and pass it to you. So you will have no excuse for not having a business card. Now, one of the things you can add to your business card, apart from your website, your name, what you do, you can just design a QR code. That QR code can be connected to your website. Now, when they scan that QR code, it automatically takes them to your portfolio on your website. So through that, they'll be able to see your work and what you do. Now, the difference between a website and a social media account is this. On my social media, if you follow me on social media, you see that I post a lot of things. I post my child, I post my family, I post myself, I post talking about videos like this, I post educational videos like that. I post a lot of things. However, on my website, it is strictly my work that is posted on my website. Strictly what? Strictly my work. Strictly my work that is posted on my website. Strictly my work. Hi, so I'm back. I just went to drop a quick message somewhere. Now, moving forward to say how a lot of us, now we're moving more into the business side of things. A lot of us are working in our business and we're not working on our business. But before then, let me talk about your personal appearance. I've earlier said, dress the way you want to be what? The way you want to be addressed. Dress what? The way you want to be addressed. I won't tell you the story. I won't tell you guys the story. It's a very embarrassing story, but I will not tell you guys today. But what I want to say is this. We need to dress nice. If you're a photographer and you are my follower or you're following any big photographer, you see that they never come online, or even when they're not online, appear shabbishly. When you're going for your work, present yourself well. I wanted to say present yourself as a living sacrifice. So present yourself well when you're going for work. How you appear online matters. How you communicate matters. Prepare and present yourself well. When you're going for event, dress well. Dress to kill. Dress as if your life depends on it. Are we together? Yes. Now, let's talk about how to present yourself in your business. Then we start going into questions and answer, and I'll go through the slide real fast. Now, if you need access to the slide, you have access to the slide. You can download, you'll be able to have access to the slide after this class, so you can probably look into this and get more insight into it. So I said everyone should work on their business rather than working in your business. A lot of us start out as a creative business owner, and a lot of us are working in our business. Now it is good. What's the difference between working in your business and working on your business? Now when you work in your business, that means everything in your business is done by you. You wake up every day, you edit, you shoot, you post content, you shoot content, and you're doing a lot of manual labors, a lot of things that you can subcontract somebody else to do. You are the one doing it yourself. That is you literally working in your business. So your business employed you to become a full-time employer. But the difference is you are the one paying yourself salary. But when you are working on your business, that means you are putting systems and structures in place through which you will be able to grow. Without systems, without structure, your business will always depend on you, and you cannot do anything outside that business. So if you go for 2 weeks holiday, you are not making money for those 2 weeks because you are not actively shooting, you're not actively editing, you're not actively doing makeup, or you're not actively doing video. But if you've created a structure, you've created a system through which people can book you easily, through which people can work, also people can book you easily, you have employed other people, either as a full-time staff, or as a contract staff, or as a consultant. So while you are not even working, there is every tendency that your business is functioning and your business is running effectively. So part of the things you are doing when it comes to you working on your business is that start looking at finding a way to operate within an environment where there are other creatives that can help you and also help your business. Other creatives that can help you and also help your business. How does this work? A lot of us, you don't have the capacity right now to employ somebody because your business is just starting out. You don't have the capacity to employ someone. But you can always have friends, you have family, you have brothers, you have sisters that can pick your business calls for you. And only thing you owe them is free photo shoot. The only thing that they want from you is just free photo shoot once in a while. It's all about knowing how to sell yourself. You have that sister. Some of us even you have that boyfriend or you have that girlfriend. Put this girlfriend of yours to use. Put your boyfriend to use. They will be happy to help. And even if you don't, while you're trying to build your business, now let me teach you something. While I was starting out, anytime you call me, now I pick my call myself and I introduce myself to the client myself because I'm intentional about building something through that. But when I started out, when someone calls me, I reply the person as if I am the manager of John. So when I pick the call, I say, "Hi, good afternoon, Cameraboss. How may I be of service? You want to speak to John, so John is not available right now, but can I take a message?" When a client make bookings or make inquiries and I'm trying to call the client, that is how I approach the client. This is important because that is the only way you start segregating and separating yourself from the business. Else, you will be hooked in your business forever. You'll be the one picking calls, you'll be the one shooting, you'll be the one editing, you'll be the one doing all those things. If you have friends, you have family, you have people around, put them to proper use and introduce them to the business and build your business that way. Are we together? Are we together? Thumbs up if you're with me. Thumbs up if you're with me. And while we are still on this call, as I'm talking, I know there'll be a lot of questions. I might not be able to, my slides might not answer those questions for you. So write them down. Through the class, I'm going to bring you up so you can ask me your questions. So you can ask me what? Your questions. I'm going to bring you up during the class so you can ask me what? Your questions. And it's important when I bring you up that you come up. This is one of the ways you get visibility. Right now we have 70 people or 69 people on this call. If you bring yourself up and you ask questions, there's no question that is silly, there's no question that is stupid, there's no question that is irrelevant. Every question is what? Relevant. A while ago, we move forward. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. Here I want to talk to you guys about the 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule, because I know you have a camera, you have a light. The only reason why you're not creating content is because you think people will not listen. You think you don't have anything to share. You think you're not intelligent enough, or it might even be that you are thinking that what you want to say, somebody else has said it, or you don't want to embarrass your family people. You don't want to disgrace somebody. You don't want to do this. Content creators, photographers, makeup artists, everybody within the wedding industrial complex or within the creative industrial complex, listen to me. Content is the fastest way to grow in 2025/2026. Creating content is the fastest way to grow, is the fastest way to get visibility. It's not about the quality of the project you post, it's about how you promote yourself. Because if you don't promote yourself, people will not even see your work, talk less of valuing it. And if they don't see your work, how will they pay you? Are we together? Milgraphy, I believe the name is Milgraphy. You are not writing anything down. You are just looking at me like this. But I see you. I see you. If you can turn on your video, it will be great. If you could turn on your video, it will be great. If you turn on your video, I will see you. Then I can call your name once in a while. But Milgraphy, I see you. So content is one of the fastest way to grow. Now let me give you an example. I use myself as an example a lot because my growth story. Who's giving me thumbs up? Thumbs up. My growth story is as easy and as relevant to anybody's growth story. I told you initially in this class, I will tell you a story right now and it's going to blow your mind. My first wedding was I remember it's like the back of my hand. My first wedding. Who is this person giving me thumbs down? Good luck to you, bro. My first wedding was in Kogi State. The total amount I was paid for the wedding was 38,000 naira. Now, 38,000 naira comes with photo book, frame, photo, and video. That also includes my transportation from Osun State, where I was schooling, to Kogi. I booked somebody to go and do the video for me. I paid the guy 15,000 naira. So I was left with, I think, 20 something thousand ish. I printed the photo book. Now there was a huge mistake with the photo book I printed because at that time I don't even know the scale, the measurement to measure photo book. So I printed the biggest photo book money can buy. So the total amount I used to print the photo book was 28,000 naira. So at the end of the day, I spent my own money for the job. The second wedding, the client did not pay me at all. The person that paid me on behalf of the client paid me 3,000 naira. So that would be my transport money. So I'm telling you this story. Now I've said the story countless number of times on different podcasts, but I'm telling you guys the story uniquely because I am like you, and that is why I can come to you and tell you these things and tell you that this thing I'm telling you works. I am like you. I started like you, or some people I even started worse than you when it comes to wedding photography. For some of us, I started what? Worse than you. I started what? Worse than you. So when I'm telling you now that I successfully this year, as of today, I have done 161 sessions, including pre-wedding, weddings, and civil wedding. 161 that I have done. So that is why I can emphasize basic things I have done over the years and how I've improved my business over the years to be at the stage where I am right now. One of it is what I have told you about personal branding, website, business card, dressing well. Website, business card, dressing well. Now that dressing well also finds a way to connect with when you go for a job, what the kind of content you post on your social media, your personal branding, how you appear, what you say, how you say what you're saying. Number 2 is content. Do not take content creation for granted. God has blessed you. You have a phone. You're joining this call right now. You probably have a camera. Use that camera not just for your clients. Use it to create content for yourself. A lot of times you don't even need to be very intelligent to create content in these days. If your mind can conceive an idea, put it on ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT to write a script for you. Come on camera, read that script to us. Some of us will resonate with it. Some people will post it. Some people will share it. Some people will do a lot of content with it. But if you don't, nobody will see you, and that is the truth. If you have questions for me, keep it to the end of the class. I see Echo Pixels, you're asking a very important question. However, can we leave it to the end of the class? But I won't be able to read it now or react to it now. I won't be able to read it now or react to it now. If you're joining on IG or you're joining on YouTube, you're all welcome. My main focus on my people today. Alright, so we have 70 people in this class already. If you have the opportunity, you can share the class. Let people know that we are active and we are good to go. We are active and we are good to go. We are active and we are good to go. Alright, so there's something called the 80-20 rule. A lot of you, the reason why you're not creating content is because you don't want to embarrass yourself, or you think you're not smart enough, or you think you are not good enough. But let me give you one of content 80-20 rule. A lot of times, 100 out of 100 people, when you are creating content, for instance, I'm creating content on the road and I'm putting my camera up and I'm talking. 20 people or 20% of people will see me and be like, what's this guy doing? He's just embarrassing himself. Look at his leg, look at his beards. A lot of times they don't give a damn about you. But let's assume 20% of people will see you create those content, but 80% of the people who resonate with the content will see the content when you post it. In other words, don't be afraid to advertise your ignorance in the face of 20 people so you can attract 80 people. 80-20 rule. Another way to look at it is this: when you're creating content in your house or your environment, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, the girl on the street you are trying to hire, your client, somebody around you will potentially not see the purpose of that content, but have it at the back of your mind that 80% of the people that you are trying to talk to are online. They are on the internet space and they need to hear you. 80% are online and they need to hear you. So don't be afraid of the 20 people, which is a lot of times even less than 20, that are around you that you are trying not to disgrace yourself in front of them. And have you noticed, according to research right now, content that don't look like content, like if you produce a content well with light designs like this, and you shooting with a camera like this, a lot of times those contents don't go very viral. But content that you randomly just pick your phone and record, it is not very creative. It's not over. You don't over produce it. Those kind of content do better. Those kind of content, what they do way better than the content where you sit down in your camera, you edit. People want to talk about your mistakes. And one of the reasons why those content do better is because people will see your flaws because you didn't edit them. People will see your mistakes. People will see what you did wrong. People will see what you're doing. Some people will abuse you in the comment section, but the more they talk about that content, the more it goes viral. The more they abuse you in the comment section, the more the content goes viral. That is the idea. That is the idea. The more people talk about you in the comment section, the more the content goes viral. And that is the idea. Natural content go way better than over created content. So if your fear is that your camera is not good enough, welcome to the game. You don't need a better camera to create a viral content. If your problem is my audio is not very clear, you don't need a good audio to create a better content. Some of my content that have gone really viral, they are not the content I record or I'm recording or I recorded on camera like this. They are content I potentially I recorded on my phone. I remember one of my content that is probably on 500k views right now. I just came back from the gym. I was in my car driving home. I stopped somewhere. I recorded the content in the car. I posted it, and that's it. Somebody messaged me a couple of days ago and said he's afraid of posting. Who is this person giving me thumbs down? I love you. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let the person keep it coming. Okay. So when you look at that and see how viral the content went, you'll be like, why? It's not just phone camera. So why is it going viral? Why this other my own content is not going viral? So moving up. Now, another reason why content is important. Another reason why content is important. Another reason why content is important. You don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching. I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine very long time ago posted the content randomly online. She used to do natural hair. She knows how to braid and treat natural hair for women. Very long time ago, I heard the story. And she would do it within her father's house, with her friends and all those things, and she would tie the hair, treat it well, put a lot of attention into it, record the content, post it online. When Genevieve wanted to do a movie in Nigeria. Genevieve has a natural hair. She couldn't bring a stylist for one reason or the other from Europe to, or where she is, to Nigeria. She just went online randomly and searched for natural hair treatment or natural hair stylist in Nigeria, whose content came on her social. That girl that used to do content randomly in a sitting room, nobody's watching, in probably 5 views per day, was 200 views on one particular content. But because she's consistently posting those content, she came on Genevieve's feed. And what happens after then? She did Genevieve's hair for that movie, and through that, the scope of her business expanded. She got investors, her business started growing. So don't create content for views alone. Create content with intention or with the mind that you don't know who is watching. Create content with the intention that you don't know who's going to see it. The difference between our parents' time and our time now is that you have access to everybody's mind, you have access to everybody's sitting room, you have access to everybody's business. How do you have that access? Internet has given you that access to everybody's face. So the more you show up on your feed, the more you post, the more you put intention, the more you speak, the more you come out, the better chances you have of being seen by the people that matter. Some of us are here, you don't even know, you have no idea in your mind that the president of your country has seen your face online before. That the president of country have probably laughed to one of your content before, that the governor of your state, the prime minister of your country have probably just scrolled through the street of Instagram or gone through TikTok and have access to you. That means you have access to people by the virtue of you having internet. So use it effectively. Use it. Tomorrow I want to see everyone flooding the internet with their own content. Some of us are here right now, and you should find a way to create content about this. You attended this class, you met this person, we're on this board, we met this person. What is happening to my... You're on this class, you met this person, you do this, you post it on your story, you posting it on your feed. These are ways to create content. These are ways to connect. These are ways to build that relationship. These are ways to get more visibility. Are we together? Thumbs up if you're with me. Thumbs up if you're with me. Thumbs up if you're with me. That is about content creation. Now, is it easy to build content? No. Is it going to be easy? No. But is it important? Yes. As a matter of fact, if you see the rule I put down here, I said work 6 hours, connect for 4 hours. Connection is the new currency. Work for 6 hours, connect for 4 hours. So the time you spend connecting with others through your content, through your comment section, through other people's feed, should almost match the same amount of time you use in editing and shooting and color grading and doing air and shooting video. It should almost be the same time. Work for 6 hours, connect for 4 hours. Because connection is the new currency. So what kind of content are you going to be building as a creative? Which is very important. What kind of content are you going to be building? One, your before and after content, your client story, educational posts, personal story, industry insight. Yeah? These are the kind of content you need to be posted. Now, I tell you why each of these ones are important. Now, when is your before and after, people want to see how you take something from a raw state and you produced it in your style. People want to see the final image, so you put a BTS behind the final image. People want to see how was this thing shot, or how was this hair done, how was this skirt done. If you are a fashion stylist in the house, look at Vicky James. When you see Vicky James or every other stylist in Nigeria, I hardly know any other person's name, when you look at her videos on her page, you see she will show a place where she's trying to meet something, where she's trying to, when the clothes on the mannequin, she's trying to adjust it, she's trying to cut clothes. Those are like the BTS. Those are the things that people will see. Oh, she pays attention to this. Oh, she's doing it herself. Oh, she's very intentional about this thing. People see all that, and she will show us the after. Probably when the bride has worn the clothes on the dance floor, or when the bride is walking down the aisle, she shows us all those nitty-gritties, those samples, and that's how you walk through that particular system. That's how you walk through that particular system. Educational post. What educational post and industry insight post will do for you is going to set you apart as a thought leader. A lot of you, when for instance we say AI has come, AI is around, we have AI now, there's Emoto, there is Aftershoots, there is Imagine AI, all those things are here. Write a blog post about it, do a video about it, talk to people about 7 AI softwares they can use to improve their work, this, this. This will bring you to people's face as a thought leader, as an intelligent creative, or as an intelligent content creator. And this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So, different kind of content you're producing. 1, behind the scene, final image, client story. Client story is important because testimonial is one of the ways people will know that you actually delivered for your clients. If you're a wedding photographer in the house, after the wedding, or in the morning, or after the break between reception and this, let your clients, the bride, sit down, tell you about, just talk to, say, recommend us to somebody, recommend us to, give us a review. The client will come back and tell you, oh, I love the way he did this, I love the way he did that, and that is how you can get yourself some testimonial. Client story. When the client send you a WhatsApp message to say, oh, I love this picture so much, thank you so much for this, thank you so much for that, thank you for your time, find a way to screenshot it. Ask for permission, can I share this online? Screenshot it. When you finish posting the picture, put the message from the client at the back of the image. People will look at that, they will read it and be like, I want to have that kind of experience with this photographer too. And that is how you do it. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. Are we together? Good. Now, make your content relatable and targeted. Content must reflect your niche. How to show your value through storytelling and difference between posting and marketing. Now, it is important that when you are creating content, you are not a blogger. You are not Tunde Ednut. A blogger does not necessarily need to have a direction to the kind of post. You post anything, anytime, anyhow. But you as a business person, you need to be intentional about the kind of content you post. Is this content within my industry? If not, how can I inculcate this content to look like my industry, or to feel like my industry, or how can I infuse it to my industry? It is very important. So you don't just look at something funny online and just screen grab it, post at your content, or say something irrelevant to your field. It is very important. I'll just slide through this because I initially wanted us to have 1 hour of question and answer. but I'm not sure that will be possible again. Make your content relatable and targeted. Collaboration and networking. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here and talking about collaboration and networking. Why is collaboration important? Why is networking important? Collaboration is one of the ways you are going to be able to use to open your business to other people's audience. I always talk about collaboration every time. If you follow me well, you will know I'm a sucker for collaboration. I'm a sucker for collaboration. Collaborate always with people. Collaborate always with people. Collaborate always with people. Now, let me tell you the importance of collaboration, power of collaboration. I was shooting somewhere. I went to shoot a proposal wedding in 2023. I was shooting a proposal wedding. Then I saw the stylist. She was doing she was using her phone to take pictures of her dress. So she came to that same location, so she was using her phone to take pictures of her dress. So when I was done with my proposal picture, I was walking by and I saw her, so I offered to use my camera to snap for her. So I did. I think she was doing 5 outfits that day, but she was using her phone because she doesn't want to pay photographer, or she was just trying out to see if it was going to work. I don't know. Then I used my camera to take those pictures. I edited them well. I sent them to her. I tell you for a single fact, because this is I'm online. I will have said because this is not going to go online. I can tell you for a single fact, one of the highest money I got, one of the highest project I did in 2024. So this job was in 2023. One of the highest projects I did in 2024 was from this person. And randomly, I know this is going to. I didn't shoot those in 2023 with the intention of getting a job from her or a referral from her in 2024. I did it because I want to do it. I want to connect with her. I want to connect with with the fashion industry, and she's doing well for herself. So I thought it right to just be a part of it. And the highest money I got in 2024 as a singular project came through her. So you never know who is going to help. You never know. So do not close a door against collaboration. How do you collaborate strategically? Identify stylists, makeup artists, fashion designers, creative influencers with name, somebody growing fast, somebody intentional about their work, and send them DMs, send them emails, send them messages. Talk to them about why you want to collaborate with them, how you want to collaborate with them, what will they gain if they collaborate with you. For people in my mentorship class, we've walked through this. Some in my whole mentorship class, we've walked through this. I've given them templates to send emails, templates to send DMs, templates to schedule worksheet. A worksheet through it, they'll be able to say this, we're doing this at this time at this place. So I've arranged all these things with them, and I've part of the mentorship class we run. But you can use ChatGPT to just say, write a DM, send a DM to so person, make it short, precise and simple, and send it to JOL photography. We want to collaborate with JOL so that you can shoot. I will do the video, he's going to do the pictures, or Dayo Moses will do the something, I will do the other one. If we collaborate together, I am exposed to JOL audience. JOL is also exposed to what? My audience. That is how we operate, exchange our audiences. Reach out to people. So if every quarter, have it at the back of your mind that you want to collaborate with 2 people. Every 3 months, you want to do 2 shoots, heavily invested in time and effort shoots with 2 different people outside your league, outside your environment. And when you're doing this collaboration, it's important that you utilize every part of the collaboration. Record BTS, your fun time, record everything. Use the production that you get, use the video, the pictures, whatever you get from that collaboration as a promotional material, and that's how you can build your business. I said create at least 9 different posts from one collaboration. 9 different posts from one collaboration. So if you do 2 collaborations in one quarter, that means you've given yourself 18 different quality production posts that you can post and share with your audience. Now the next phase of it is one phase that a lot of people shy away from. And that phase is advertising phase. At this age and time, organic content will not do it alone for you. It is important you learn how to advertise. You learn what? How to advertise, how to run ads. To learn is easy. If you dedicate 1 week, 2 hours every day to meta ads, you will learn. 2 hours every day to meta ad, you're going to learn. 2 hours every day meta ad, you're going to learn. Learn to run advert the right way. And when you're running ads, it's just for you to, if it's just going to be putting, say, 10k per month or 10k per week on adverts, say £5 per day or $5 per day on adverts, is going to really help your business. Why? Because even people with 1 million followers with huge engagement on their social media, they are running adverts. Then what is the hope of somebody with 2,000 followers? What is the hope of somebody with 2,000 followers? When somebody with 1 million followers, organic reach and engagement is still running adverts, what is now the hope of a common man? So you need to learn how to run adverts. And when you're now running adverts, it's also important you have what is called the lead funnel. The lead funnel I use to grab the information of my client. The one I use is Studio Ninja, the CRM software. It's important to collect your client's information, email address, phone number, date of the event, and their name. Once you have this, the importance of having this is that even if they don't eventually go ahead to book you, you can always remarket to them. If you have their phone number, you can send them WhatsApp broadcast. If you have their phone number or their email address, you can always send them emails. And that's one of the reasons why it's important for you to do what? To have your client's information. So any client who comes to you, the first thing first is you get their information. Name, phone number, and email. Very important. This is no-brainer. When you have a job, arrive early, have an assistant to record your BTS, have ready photos on your phone. The numbers game, reality photographers. Straight up, there's no point for me to explain this. I think I've explained it earlier. If you're a photographer, it is important you under promise and over deliver. In anything you do, make sure you get somewhere early. When you're going to for a production, get there early. Have BTS. Make sure you have some things to show for your client, to show your clients, things to impress them. This is also very important. So now let's talk about money. The reason why I'm rushing through this so that you can, when people ask questions after this session, I'll be able to consolidate and put peg in different holes, or before that, at the end of the class, I'm going to round everything up so everybody will have a good understanding of everything I've been saying. Diversify your income as a photographer. How do you do this? How do you make more money as a photographer? Some of you are very good with retouching. You are a very good retoucher, but you don't have a lot of job on your hand that you can be doing personally for yourself. One of the ways to get extra money is to what? Start advertising yourself as a retoucher, but you're not advertising yourself on your main page. You open a different page as, for instance, Tommy J retoucher. Then you're sending DMs and emails to photographers and colleagues to say, now I can retouch your picture from here to here. And how to build that particular business. There's a way also to be able to build that particular business effectively. Apart from that, you can run advert as a retoucher. People will pay you to retouch. Find digital product that you can sell. You can sell your presets. You can sell your lots. If you are a fashion designer in the house, there's always something that you can sell. There's always something that you can sell. You can write a book. You can start a YouTube channel. It will shock you how much people are making on YouTube. It will really, really blow your mind. And you don't even need to do too much. Algorithm can easily bless you and you are there. You can do academies, you can do workshop. Sometimes you think you don't know enough to do a workshop. But in your environment, with your followers, it will shock you that what you know, a lot of people don't know it. So stop hoarding your knowledge and stop downplaying yourself. Sell yourself, teach people what you know. By teaching people what you know, you can basically make some money from it. Record a class, put it on Seller or any of those other platforms. Then advertise it, let people come, buy the class, and off you go. That is a way for you to make passive income. So when you're not actively shooting, you can also be making money. Multiple streams of income. Now, if you're a videographer in the house, you can start, or even a photographer. Apart from you waiting for people to book you for weddings, you can start what is called content creation for brands. You can start advertising yourself as a content creator for brands. Look for a brand locally to you. Look for a brand that is local in your area. Go into their store, advertise yourself to them. A dry cleaning service, you'll be able to take pictures of their clothes so they can use those pictures for their social media game or social media post. Do short videos for them so they can use it. Someone is writing a book, help the person snap those books and advertise. Those are ways to do these things. Don't just be sitting in your hands as just photographer and videographer or stylist or makeup artist. There's so many other ways you can expand your horizon, especially if you have a camera, that you can start making money. You can become a content creator. You can start selling stock images. A lot of people are fascinated with Africa. People travel to Africa to take pictures of Africa and they sell it as stock image. But you are in Africa with camera in Africa. You know those routes, you know those places, you know those people, but you are not taking those pictures and you're not selling it. You are leaving money on the table like that. So if you need action on any of this, you can always send message on the group. And I'm going to probably give you a pointer on how to probably set up a YouTube channel. I'm not very good with that. It's not my thing. I'm just posting randomly on YouTube. But when it comes to ebook, retouching service, stock photography, images, digital product, content creation for brands, I am your guy. So if you want to come on board and just give you explanation around how to make all those things work, then I can help you. So someone said, where can they sell their stock images? Send DMs, then I can send you links on where you can post your images and sell. And even in Nigeria, it makes more sense for you to sell your stock images in dollars and in pounds. You just be in Nigeria converting dollars and pounds to naira. Easy money, and you can do Oblate for December. Easy. Now, on the moving very close to the final part of the class, this is also very important to note. This final part of the class, that you need to track your expenses. With all these things I've told you to do, very soon you start making bulk, you start making a lot of money. And when you're making a lot of money, it's important that you're able to track how you spend your money. It's not everything that you're going to buy new camera, buy new lens, buy new laptop. Use old ones for a long time. When the time comes for you to buy new ones, you will know naturally. Save your money, track your income, and plan for the future. The reason for planning for the future is this: we are young right now, probably some people in their early 40s, but when you are 60, photographers don't collect, you are not collecting pension because you are self-employed. But a lot of us forget that there's no pension for us. We are self-employed people. But if you don't set money aside for when you will not be working, you will be broke in the future. So now it's time for Q&A. Questions and reactions. Questions and reactions. Q&A. So the floor will be opened for me to bring you up. You need to raise your hand first, then I'll tell you to unmute your mic. So you raise your hand first. Why is it echoing? Raise your hand. I will tell you to unmute your mic. Okay. So why is it echoing? I think somebody unmuted his mic and is listening to another device somewhere. Okay, so I think the first person here. Okay, so let me take Oladile Adeleye.
Alright, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've really learned a lot. And while you were talking about websites, I had to go to your website, and I was really drawn to your website. And I think I would, within this week, I will ensure that I put these things to practice. And that website exactly, I'm going to, this week, by God's grace, I'm going to put it, create it. It's very simple to do and create my own domain as well. But I want to ask a question. As regards, for instance, I think you're based on what you said, you've had over 160 weddings and all of that, and I'm sure that some would have clashed. So how were you able to involve? Like, I know that maybe you didn't go to the two, you can't divide yourself. So do you have assistants that you've already trained? Or you just, ask a photographer that you trust, please help me out with this. And maybe some that, I know you travel out of the United Kingdom to document weddings. So in this case, how do you do it?
Okay, that's very...
Also, sorry.
Okay.
Another question is the content creation part. So it means you have someone that goes with you all the time to create content. And for instance, for me now, I just relocated to Canada, and I really don't have someone that I can be going out with me every time, like that. So how do we do that? Because that content creation actually is the new gold, is the new oil. So how do we do that? Do you have someone to follow you? How do you balance that? Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me start with the first one. Let me start with the last one, then I track it back gradually. Now, content creation and somebody following you. Now, if you're not in Nigeria, or a lot of times when you travel abroad, you're trying to build your new business from a new perspective, from a new environment. It is important that you don't stretch yourself thin, especially if you don't have like a friend who is available to move around with you, or it's almost very difficult when you're abroad because everybody's trying to make their own bread, so no one is actually available to walk around with you. But there are content creators, there are phone content creators that you can pay. So for instance, if you're going for a wedding, you can pay a phone content creator that is going to actively record you, probably with your phone, so you can have all those content on your phone. That's one way. Then second way is let the person use his or her phone, then help you edit your content and send them to you. Then you have a lot of content to post from that particular wedding. And just using wedding for example, because that's a very long day of shoots, we're talking about some 8 to 10 hours of shoots. That is one of the ways you can do that. Number two, the third way you can do it is you could get yourself a chest mount. So if you get yourself a chest mount, you can mount your phone to your chest and record your BTS. So you are recording your hand and the subject. So you get that. Another way to do it is to buy Insta360 camera. So why sometimes if I'm not using the chest mount, I'm not hiring a content creator, I use the Insta360 camera with a K&F concept shoe mount. I put it on my camera, so when I'm shooting, I can, when you're editing the 360 camera, you can rotate it around, show your face, show the client. You understand, it's 360 because you have that holistic view across board. You can use that too. So those are 4 different ways you can create content. Hire someone that's probably using their phone to record, pay them to come and do it for you. 1. Number 2, buy a chest mount. Number 3, get Insta360 camera. With that, you'll be able to get a lot of BTS. Is that okay?
Yes. Then the first question.
Yeah. What's that first question again?
How do you involve other photographer? You have different events in a day,
Okay,
you have people.
So one of the most effective way I have learned to do that is this. In a group like this, or on a call like this, there are a lot of photographers, a lot of videographers. I try to connect with a lot of photographers and videographers. Then I've seen the style through which they shoot. But sometimes before I can trust you to go shoot an event for me, because when you hire a lot of people, you are doing a lot of HR business. But when you bring them on as contractors, so I have a lot of contractors that I bring into my business on and off. So when I have a project, I know who to call. So person, I'm bringing you on this project. You're going to, so they work as me on the project, and that's one of the ways you do it. When I was in Nigeria, I have the luxury of employing 3, 4, 2 photographers, videographers, and But here is a lot financially to commit somebody to actively work for you, especially when you're trying to grow a business. So one of the most effective way to do it is to have someone that is ready and consistent, that you trust the work they do. Then once you have productions like that, you can easily call them to come and execute the project with you or on your behalf. So build yourself a community of like minds and creatives like you. So day 2, probably you will also be on somebody's list, another photographer's list, as their core guy to go execute project for them. So both of you can dance within that project circumference like that.
Okay, thank you so much. So that means you must have maybe in your maybe contracts. It means you must have told the your clients that you don't, like, you are not the one that will be coming, or you would have maybe made it known that okay, you don't have to necessarily show up for the shoot.
So during inquiry time, it is important how you pick your calls and how you communicate with your client. So if you communicate with them as Oladele Adeleye, they will expect Oladele Adeleye at their wedding. But when you call them, or when they pick your call and you introduce yourself as the manager of a business, not particularly your name. So you are the manager of Creative Adeleye Limited. When you're talking with them, usually what I say is, I don't say I am available on your date. I say we have a team available. So you understand that dichotomy. So we have a team available on that date, and because we have a team available on that date, this is the price. Maybe sometimes people that really know you say, are you the one that is coming? Then if you've already have a booking on that same date, it's better you tell them ahead, no, I'm not the one coming, but my creative director or my senior colleague, or you said. So I don't usually say my guy or one of my boys. Is one of the ways to let them, one of the ways they easily say no. So it's going to be my creative director will be there, or our lead photographer will be available. Do you understand? That's one of the ways to dance around that particular question.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Mohammed sent me a long question. Eco Pixel 2. It's better when if you come up and ask the questions yourself. It's better if you come up and ask the question yourself. So let me go ahead and pick up Adeyemi Kings.
All right, thank you very much. It's been an amazing time with you so far.
Thank you
for the knowledge. I think my first question is going to come from what Mr. Oladile Adeleye, from what he said. So when you are giving out a contract to, like you said, using words to sell the creative company to the client because you have a booking that day. So are you going to have your cut out of what the person is getting? Say for instance now, like I just checked your website and I saw that, somebody can book a wedding in London for £200. So I have like 3 weddings that day and they are booking for that £200. Am I going to say, for this photographer, because you are representing me, I'm going to take a quote, or I just give out the whole job and then move on?
No, so
that's my first question.
I think you've misplaced the context of the answer. Now, the person is not doing the job for him. He's doing it for me.
Okay.
So this is not a function of court. So before now, if you work with somebody long enough or over time, you know how much they charge. So for instance, if myself and say the big one, we've worked, I call big one and say, okay, how much do you charge? If you're going to cover a wedding for me, how much are you going to get? Or you come second shoot for me, how much do you pay? Then we have an understanding. Then once we have an understanding, if I'm sending you to go cover a project for me, or coming to second shoot for me, this is not a court production. I'm paying you to go do it and deliver the project to me. So you're not delivering to the client. So it's more like it's the same contract I have with someone who is going to lead a shoot and somebody who is going to come and second shoot for me. But in a situation where I don't want to do the project, I don't want to associate with the project or have anything to do with the project, I refer the client to the person. So we don't take cuts. I don't say come and give me 5% or 10% or 15%. So if I'm referring the client to you, it's different from when you are coming on board to work for me. So when I refer the client to you, your negotiation with the client is your problem. Your delivery with the client is your problem. I also, when I'm referring somebody to somebody, I tell the client to do their own due diligence. So don't go with the mind that because Cameraboss recommended you, I must use you. Go to the person's page, call the person, relate with the person. If your energy matches or you are comfortable working with the person, then go ahead and work with the person. So don't say because he's recommended, I must work with the person. No, that is a different phase. I can recommend and say, I'm not available that date, I'm not sure I can handle that project, or maybe the money is too small, but I know someone who can do it for you. So call somebody, call Eco, or call Kayode. Then the person picks up, call the person. I'm off that particular project. But if it is a project I'm taking on board as Cameraboss and I'm putting somebody on it to go execute for me, it's not a deep definition of court. I know how much you're going to charge, or I know how much you're charging. I pay you the amount you're charging, and you go deliver the project for me. And on my website, my pricing is starting from is not £2,000. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So my next question is this. I think I have like two questions, but this one is something you can answer. So I feel like there's more to learn. Is there a mentorship class after this class? Like it's going to be more elaborated. That's one. Then two is I'd like to give me an idea on something from your wealth of experience. So I have a project coming up, and then the clients require that I'm going to be delivering the picture immediately to everybody coming to the event, like on the go. So when we start delivering to you, so far my experience has been, I take your picture, I go my work on it, the following day you get your picture. So that's how fast I just go. But this one is like my first time of saying, I've been making my research, but it's a little bit difficult. I don't know, from your wealth of experience, is that something you can just keep to do?
One of the ways to do that is if you have you have an editor on set, or you have a shooter on set, then you be the editor.
Okay.
That's one of the most efficient way to do it. So because you can't shoot two pictures, come to your laptop or download the pictures, and so
of course I have like for this particular shoot, so I'm dealing with two photographers plus myself, then I have two editors. Yeah. But the point is, every person coming to that event must get their pictures and post online before they leave. So one of the easiest way to do it is, do you have an online gallery like Pixelset or PicTime? Okay, so I enjoy doing that.
So get Pixelset or QuickTime. If you have 4 people on set, let 2 people be shooting, 2 people be editing, then you can coordinate within that system. One of the easiest way for them to do it is, you should go with like multiple memory cards. So once this person shoots for a while, we bring memory card to the editor backs it up, edits, upload the picture to Pixelset. One thing you need to do is just to make the client or everybody at the event get the link to the Pixelset or the PicTime, so they can download their pictures there. So you don't have to be transferring pictures to individuals every time. Once they ask for pictures, give them the link. On Pixelset or PicTime, you could generate a QR code, show them the QR code, let them scan it, takes them to the website. They can download all the pictures they want and post as they want. That would be the easiest way I think you can do it. Get editors, be editing pictures on set. Photographers go shoot, bring memory card, use another memory card to continue their shoots, while the editor backs up and edit, put on PicTime or Pixelset. You just share the links and you're good to go.
Well, the problem I have with the client is this. He said, I actually suggested that to the client, that's how we can do. We even have the QR code that they can quickly scan and then get access to the picture. But he was saying that he doesn't want people to have access to other people's picture. We want them to be like a private link for this person.
You can get private link, that's not a big problem, but the camera have paid a lot. You can get private link. So for instance, if I finish shooting this person, I can get the private link for individuals. PicTime. One of the ways you can do it, if you I know Pixelset well, so if you put all pictures on Pixelset, you can segment it and rename and have different portfolio inside the same link. Then you can share the portfolio individually. So if you take 70 people's picture and you take 10 pictures per person, so you can put 10 pictures in different category but inside the same gallery. So when the person come and say my name is Taiwo, you find Taiwo on there, you copy Taiwo's link to Taiwo, and that's how you operate, that's how you do it.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What about the mentorship side?
Yeah, so we have a mentorship program that we run. What I could do is I could share I'll put the link in the comment section. You can click on it and take a look if it's something you're interested in.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so I think up next is EcoPixel.
Good evening, Cameraboss.
Good evening.
Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for this masterclass. God bless you.
God bless you
Please,
too.
the question I want to ask is, I'm a tech guy. I develop websites. I create network, and I do a lot of things in tech. And I'm also a photographer too. So I want to know, with the content creation, can I do this like create tech content?
I don't know what's wrong with my Zoom. It's just quit on me. Is that not funny? I don't know what's wrong with my Zoom. My Zoom just went off right now, and I don't know why. Just the app just closed. That's very funny. So if you're still in the class on YouTube or on here, and it's not opening. This is funny. This is very annoying. This is very, very annoying. My Zoom link, Zoom just went off and it has refused to open again. What the? Well, it's not like I've been on it for 2 hours, so it's a premium one. It's the premium one that we're using on it. I don't know. The app is not even opening, so the app shut down completely. So it's not about it being premium or not, because we subscribe for the premium version of it. I will try to uninstall it and reinstall it again. It's going to be a bit of time. Yeah, there?
You're offline. Can you join the class?
Yeah, I don't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Something
You're
is not.
offline on Zoom.
Oh man. Alright, so I think everybody on Zoom are coming on my IG now. So if you can hear me, I will be joining back on Zoom real quickly. I need to uninstall the Zoom and reinstall it. And reinstall it again. think. So I've uninstalled it. I'm restoring. We're waiting. It's okay. 18 people on IG now. So I'm reinstalling it. Just give me a few minutes. This is really embarrassing and silly of Zoom. Even when I uninstall and reinstalled it, it's still giving me crash report. Unfortunately, we will not be able to finish this class today, except I do. Okay, if I restart my computer, I think I need to restart my computer to get this back and active. So a lot of things would go off. People on YouTube, I likely short it. Let me come back to your question, but I might not be able to come back on YouTube. I just want to restart my computer. Maybe that's why. Restart, yeah. A lot of things are going to shut down.